maybe do us all a favor. Take Heartfire Hero out back and just do what we all know needs to be done. Okay? Buy a mousetrap. Do something. Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing, I gotta change it. We are playing Systemic Bounce. We gotta keep Arena on its toes. It'll have no idea what's happening. But today we are playing Boros Aura Manifold Heartfire Hero mouse deck today. And can I tell you, this deck is just not okay. This deck, I have an insane win rate, especially on the play, and you'll see that in today's video. We run all these games together. I played a lot of different decks today, and I had a pretty bad loss streak. I went from like a game or two out of Diamond all the way back to Plat 4 because I was just getting rolled by every meta deck there is. But I said, okay, let me go back to Bant Control and now play Systemic Bounce. And we are on this deck. And we run hot very, very quickly. And it just goes to show when you're playing this type of deck that it can happen. What is our plan? Heartfire Hero into Manifold Mouse. That'll win the game. Crazy as it sounds. All it takes to win the game with this deck most of the time. Other than that, you just hold up the protection spell at any time to protect the Heartfire Hero. You put little increments of value on it, whether it's a Monstrous Rage or Ethereal Armor, or playing this to give it flying, things like that. The only weird oddball play we have to make is with Shelter by Ghost sometimes. This is where knowing the meta the most will help you out a ton. For example, you'll see against a domain matchup where we have a creature on board and they play a tap land, they put an Overlord in the graveyard, and we go, okay, what's the plan? We Shelter by Ghost our creature, get absolutely no value on it just to make sure our creature has protection from any leyline binding, get lost, or thing like that, and we're able to skate under a temporary lockdown, which is obviously nice. But yeah, today's video is really going to showcase how good this deck is, especially on the play. I think this is arguably the best deck you should be playing in the meta, if not the best deck de facto. But outside of that, let's go ahead and show off the deck then. Okie dokie. Here we go. Start off with a Scavenger, play a hero, hold up the protection spell. Who would have thought? You're just an aggro gamer. Just one of those things where, like, Arena's like, as of lately, not even giving me a choice. I just played a couple of other decks, and all I did was, like, to put it bluntly, all I did was lose. It was crazy. Does that mean because I'm bad? Probably, but the amount of losing I've done. Trying to play other stuff and like brew and actually have fun. Like I tried to play Smuggler's Surprise, I tried to play a lot of other things, and I just lost my composure. And I said, okay, Arena, if this is what you want me to do, I guess it's what I'll do. I'm getting hit with Hopeless Nightmares, pretending like it's okay. Alright, well, at least we know we got a land to get rid of. Here we go. Ethereal Armor is going to make Heartfire Hero big enough. I'm going to go to make the Scavenger also large. Sure. Trying to make me crash out, bro? Come on now. Here. We're in. Enough. Probably have a way to remove the Heartfire Hero, but they've played two pretty good cards at getting cards out of my hand, so it's going to be a little tough. At least it'll hit them for 5, or it won't. I'll lose my last card, which is okay. Like, it's not great, but if I'm going to lose a card, I'm okay with it being my land. Oh boy. All right, we're off the game, I guess. This will be double strike or almost lethal. We'll definitely double swing. I can obviously block both, but there's just no way. Now we're just in the waiting room, just like my opponent. 2 Spyglass Sirens is not good. That's what they hit previously. Sure. Forward run's pretty decent. The way to answer the Manifold Mouse. They elected is not good enough. You think another siren's probably not good enough either. Wow. Okay. Sure, I guess. Four, 8, and another one of these will do it. So I leave back Manifold Mouse. But we're not going to do anything dumb here. This is called Trample for a reason. We're not going to let them chump block it with a 1-drop. Wow, they just take it. Okay. Turn. Sure. We have enough damage on board that they actually can't beat it. And they keep activating maps, which is weird. There's a Kaido. Okay. 6, 7, 8 toughness. Sure. I believe target here is 8. And I'll hit for 1 if they... Yeah, it's game's over. Maybe I'll select wrong. Trample. All in. Yep. And that'll do it. We'll do the good old fashioned Heartfire Hero on turn 1. You don't need to remove that. He does nothing wrong. Sure. Hey. Mirror. Sure. Here. Thankfully, we went first. Friend. Okay. Sure. So we now can do what? 3, 6-ish. Oh, there's just goblins. Okay. Obviously, no block there for us. I can sack it and get rid of my hero, which I think is what they're going to do. But I still have the Manifold Mouse to get a lot of value. They accidentally proliferated it. I kind of feel bad, but like I don't. Like I'm gonna let them just continue. Okay. Sure, I'm on to play with a Heartfire Hero. I guess I'll keep. Obviously we're on a 1 creature hand, so obviously a lot could go wrong here, but at the same time we have options for that not to happen. Main problem we have a lot of times is the fact that our opponent can play a lot of effects that make you just sacrifice a creature in standard right now. I don't think that's one of them. Here. Just because I see a blue-white land, I'm like, okay, protection seems like the way to go. Oh, okay. Bouncing is a way they're going to try to win this game. We'll see. Oh, Omniscience. Nice. Here we go. Here's 10. And block down. Sure. If you ever want to know how to beat the Omniscience stack, turn 1 Heartfire Hero is a pretty good start, I guess. Honestly, it makes me so happy because there's not a deck that I think in best of 1 meta is more tilting than this one. Because if they're on the play and they put an Omniscience in the graveyard almost immediately, there's almost nothing you can do. You just have to be like, okay, cool, you got it, I guess. I'll keep this and we'll just hope to hit. There's too many discard effects in the meta to like go much lower than this. We either hit a creature or we don't, kind of thing. If it's a Heartfire Hero, we still even wait, which is crazy. Fortunately, we hit. Maybe they interact, maybe they don't. Had to play this first, unfortunately. Okay. Our fire hero. Go ahead. Pass. I don't think 1 damage is worth risking our rescue over. It's just too much that can go wrong. Oh, made my turn. So Deadly Cover-Up's a card I gotta worry about. Okay. I don't know if I have a choice. I don't typically like this play, but I don't think I have a choice. I think against this removal-based stack, I'm just screwed regardless. And they didn't remove this, so I was kind of playing around that, but yeah, it is what it is. I just don't know if I can wait against hard removal. Yeah, go ahead and scry. If that card on top's what you want, even though you don't know what our turn is actively, but sure. Not big enough. I guess just fire this onto it. Cut down doesn't work, and we do get to draw a card if it gets removed. We're pretty much building up to have Ethereal Armor win the game. Yeah. But I don't know if it even will.
Something suspicious is going on. And
I mean, we
once,
kept
it's not my fault.
a no creature
One of your
hand,
friends has
and
to
we're
leave.
kind of getting there. Like, what more can we really expect, right? Yeah, I'm good. Weird. I'm gonna force them to have it. Because we have Screaming Nemesis kind of on curve, I'm definitely forcing them to have it. Yeah. One. No, don't you dare. Yeah. Oh no. Blue black. Nowhere to Run can also pick this up, so we fire off a challenger. Oh no, not another Nowhere to Run. Oh no. Here. Kind of just hold this until they put a thing in front of us, so we kind of are like, okay, cool. Alright, Phantom Interference, not necessarily a card I gotta worry about. Really, anyway. Combat. Attack. Sure, I'll take 2. Plot. Go. Sure. Here. Ooh. Oh, not Deadly Cover Up. Oh, wow, you can't exile. Crazy. No. Sure. Nemesis. Here. Here. Firing off everything in the house. Deal half their life total, which seems fine. A 5/5. Have another Deadly Cover Up. Okay, sure.
I've already read your thoughts.
Blessing.
You won't stop. Become
Makes sense.
subdued.
Be quite honest. It's just going face. Jace, you might mill me and win, but I'm definitely going for the win myself. Sure. Close. It's what, 15?
You can be made
Sure.
to obey.
This one? I go face, right? I don't want to do math, dude. Okay, never mind. They're afraid to even let me attack. If we keep the lands and we draw another land, we're just losing. So it's really tough. Tap land? Oh, basically a tap land. Sure. Yeah, see, like that would have been awful. That'd have been really bad. I mean, I definitely think we monster trades this. The Ruckus is obviously good, but with how low our hand is, like putting this in plot's obviously good is what I'm trying to say. But with how low our kind of cards in our hand are, like why do that? You know? Like we just hold this up. We just cast it next turn. Most likely we'll draw 1 mana spell. Best draw is Manifold Mouse. It's not particularly close. Gotta get lost, boss. Sure. Huh? I don't really want to barrel the Shelter by Ghost. I feel like Shelter by Ghost is bad here. I just really want to use it on the following turn to clear something out of my way. Like, idealistically, it's protect it here, put a counter on it, goes to 6, put this on it, goes to 7. But, like, a temporary lockdown kind of sucks. Sure. Like, that's the thing I want the Shelter by Ghost. Yeah. Here. No. Would like that to be removed. Honestly, this had trample. I probably should have done this. Okay. Cool. Turns out. Wizards. Maybe do us all a favor. Take Heartfire Hero out back. And just do what we all know needs to be done. Okay? Buy a mousetrap. Do something, dude. This card's not okay. I can't. Like, it's going to be legal for so long. Please. I've gotten first more often playing this deck than I feel like any other deck that I played today. Now, with that said, I played for like a very long time today. So, like, I say that, but that's actually not even fair. Here's a Heartfire Hero. Combat. Protection spell or Scavenger? Honestly, I think it's just Scavenger here. Because I think the amount of counters that these put on will actually outvalue the hero, even though I could give it double strike. Isn't that weird that it works that way? And if they don't remove it now. Okay. I wonder what they take. Like, it could be Manifold Mouse, but then you don't have the protection spell, so I don't know what you do. Ooh, they do take the Manifold Mouse. Okay. Combat. Here. Mono black. I drew the best card, which is typically a problem. They made me discard a card, kind of. And I said, I'll top deck a Monstrous Rage, and I'll say go. Now I have a protection spell they didn't take from me. This is too big for a cut down. Sure. Okay. Sure. They are facto big cooked here, if you would. Let's play the card they know about. They already got past blockers, so we target here. Wow. It could have Anoint or something like that. Right, so we do this. And then this puts the extra counter on Heartfire Hero. Gotcha. That's all done. And that game was entirely decided because of the fact I top decked a Monstrous Rage. Wow. The deck's so good, dude. I don't know. Tough one. But we are on the play, and we do have a Screaming Nemesis as our backup plan, so sure. We'll start here, and we'll play a Scavenger. For Sneaky. It's just a white land. A lot of people at my local said this is probably... Not that the art is bad, but they were like, this is probably the worst one, because without the red, like obviously on Arena, it's a little bit worse because it's all white, right? But they were saying something that this doesn't actually look like a red land to them. So here against what? Obviously Domain, we just shelter. And then we protect our creature, and then we Monstrous Rage it, and we Ethereal Armor it, and we just go ham. They'll have to get lost it, and then we hope our Screaming Nemesis closes. Because it's about to get 2 extra more counters. It's about to go way over. They can't remove it right now. They could get rid of Shelter by Ghost, obviously, I guess. But, like, Binding's not going to get there. Analyze Pollen. Binding could get there next turn, right? If they get an island, because Binding will be so cheap. Or they're dead? Because it'll make another Monstrous Roll token. So let's make it easy. Here. This is why I don't believe in Domain a lot of times. Yeah, sure. And just look at that. We're literally they're gonna play the island. They're gonna Binding this, which they can't pay for. I don't believe. Or they're gonna temporary lockdown. I'm going to play the Screaming Nemesis, and they're going to lose anyway. And I'm at 37, by the way. Boom. Just like that, the game's closed out. I know I keep saying this deck's so good, but dude, I went from Plat 2 down to Plat 4 in the middle. And in a total of about an average at most 2 minutes a match, I've played 8 games and I've gotten to Plateau again. All right, things to talk about. Obviously on the play, this deck's win rate I think is just going to be insane. There's not really a whole lot of ways to cut it. Turn 1 Heartfire Hero is just so good, especially if you play around the Shard Mage's Rescue a ton. Like, for example, if you start the game and you have just a Heartfire Hero and a Rescue and not really a whole lot going on, just hold, like, especially if you're on the play, just hold the Heartfire Hero for a turn and then play it on the following turn. I promise you that 1 damage isn't going to make the biggest difference in the world. Now, obviously, things change if you have, like, a second Heartfire Hero or, like, the turn is on the following turn is going to be really good. But the thing is, there's so many ways to remove it on turn 1 that you can just wait till turn 2. And then you can Monstrous Rage it on the following turn with a protection spell, or then you get to play the Scavenger and so on and so forth. And it gets kind of wild how quickly that happens. But the other card in this deck that is absolutely messed up is Manifold Mouse. And realistically, we did like no shenanigans with this card. It was really just these 3 cards right here that were so strong. And that's what makes this deck so good. Is I imagine everybody watching, if you're still here, has lost to this card alone being activated at least 3 or 4 times in one game, right? It's just over and over, constant value off of Manifold Mouse, off of targeting with Ethereal Armor or Charlotte's Rescue, Monstrous Rage, playing any enchantment, getting a counter on it, maybe playing a Ruckus, putting a counter on it. We've all lost this card at some point. If you play enough Arena, this is going to kill you eventually. But what the difference is, we didn't really abuse this card, nor did we have Screaming Nemesis be anything other than a haze creature. We just did it with these 3 cards over here and the Shard Mage's Rescue, and it wasn't particularly close in a lot of our matches. There was one game where we went over 2 minutes and we're just like, this game is over. Like, let's just move on. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, we concede that game. Instead of grinding it out, we could have stayed. We'd have been stuck there way longer. Instead, we concede, we move on, and we win 4 more games in the matter of 6 to 8 minutes. And it's just kind of wild how it goes over that fast. But this is the current iteration There were 4 of these. I just cut it down to play more Screaming Nemesis, and I don't even remember the other card I cut, but I played too many decks and lost too many games, and Arena just kind of was like, hey, if you're not playing a tier 1 deck today, you're just going to lose, I guess. And I said, okay, sounds good. I know a tier 1 deck. Oh, well, yeah, we got to change this. Hold on. Actually, I'm changing the intro. The intro is a better place to change that. So you'll know what it's changed to. But, yeah, we'll move on. I hope we all enjoyed. I said, like a million times. I've been watching things about how to speak, more fluently. Try to cut those things out. So, I pay way more attention to when I say it now, and it bothers me when I do it. So, with that said, I'm going to call it there. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.